Happy Friday, you beautiful human you. We're going to play Returnal, which is a game that I've been looking forward to for a while, because when I got the PS5, I was just so relieved to have gotten it, because it was such a nightmare to get, that I was like, yeah, but like, what games now? Obviously, Demon's Souls was one. Spider-Man Miles Morales looks unbelievable. And Returnal is a roguelike, and I love roguelikes. Play a ton of them on this channel, and play a ton of them in my free time. And it's like a AAA roguelike. And I don't know if you had the same experience I've had, but on PS5, the graphics of these next-gen games look so good. So let me hold my controller so it doesn't go brrrr. Roguelike versus roguelite. I don't really care much about the difference, Gunny. I'll go into a technical explanation of it soon and bring up the Berlin interpretation, but... That's me, in my ship. Also, I just like science fiction a lot. Well, it's someone who's a lot better looking than I am, huh? Approach forbidden. This is what happens with some cats in their tummy. They expose it, but approach is forbidden. I don't know if this is coming through in the encoder, but this looks fucking astounding. This looks great! Approach forbidden. Do not rub the tummy. I would not be this calm in this situation. I would be freaking out. Ooh, it's suddenly just making me have that ennui of what could have been in the movie Prometheus. Oh, she has heterochromia, look at that. I only looked at the left eye. Which is how I judge all people, by the way. I didn't like the look of his left eye. Alarna says, what in the heck in Wololo is this? First of all, Alarna, I can't believe you didn't use our day Wololo emotes. But this is a PS5 exclusive AAA rogue-like game.
Astro, this is Celine.
Or as they'd say in Dota, Selene.
I've crashed on Atropos. I survived, but Helios did not. Suit status, operational, but my sidearm is missing. I'm leaving comms open.
Now, I just want to stress something that is really important for you, the viewer, to know. Let me just scoot this out of the way of the UI elements. I play in an extremely brightly lit room, so I turn up the gamma on all of my games a good amount. So that way, you know, I can see them. So this is a good bit brighter than it normally is, but I mean, I like playing games on high gamma, so... Look around. What is that? L3, press while moving to spring, so that's pressing in. I am the fastest person. Look at the speed of me. None of you have ever moved this fast in your life. No double jump. Alright, as we always want to do, let's just appreciate the environment art. Wow. So I want to... I've recently been having a lot of discussions with people about art direction and art style in games, just incidentally. And in terms of the idea of quality of art, this is super high quality. Look at all the foliage and all this sort of stuff. And the coloration has, like, a certain realism to it, but, like, my god. These trees, to me, are is a brilliant way to communicate a horror aesthetic. The twisted, gnarled branches that you'd see in sort of, like, old fairy tales, old dark fairy tales, and in dark fantasy. It's just... I already am quite a fan. And in terms of the...
Abandoning Helios. Heading towards White Shadow Broadcast.
Okay. In terms of just communicating what the game is like through the art, I just think, like, already this is really lovely. And personally, I am a... I have not seen almost any footage. I don't really know almost anything. And I like to take my time as I'm walking forward. Everyone, just back off. This clearly looked like it connected. Dude, listen to that synth. Also, this appears to be a modern game. In the old school gaming days, if you fell off a cliff, dead. Modern games, you fall off a cliff, you lose health and you respawn.
This forest contains extensive ruins of a xenotype civilization. Ancient walls, foundations, and statues.
Completely unnecessary particle effects. I mean, completely unnecessary. It's so cool. So I'm assuming that there's nothing notable around here. And if there was, it would have a giant glowing light. Oh my god. Obolite powers xenotech devices. Yeah. New databank entry.
Scout log. Atropos. I have found a deceased Astra Scout here. Checking identification on a helmet.
It's me. Selene. Ah, yes, the rare occurrence. A roguelike game that makes the roguelike element part of the game.
My sidearm. Continuing towards the signal's origin.
Now, I don't know about you, but if I saw my own corpse and was confused, I would absolutely grab my corpse's ass. It's my ass. I'm allowed to go. Look, I'm doing it right now. It's good. I do a lot of glued bridges. I'd immediately do that. Yeah. Yes! I love it. I love saying this sort of thing, and then I just get to wait. I'm like, here comes the delay in 5, 4, 3, 2 and Mirage of Hope types LOL and Meltor Foss types ... So I just want to note briefly, what is a rogue-like game? And what is a rogue-like game, and what is rogue? The gist of it is the following. There are some games that you play and you keep progressing and progressing and progressing and progressing until the very end, and then you've beaten it. Something like Mario. You're trying to complete level 1 to get to level 2, and then after 150 levels, you're done with the game and you've had the entire experience. There was a very famous text ASCII-only game called Rogue, in which you would play until you died, and then you'd completely start over again. And then you'd try to get farther into the dungeon, and if you die, it would start over again. And the dungeon was randomly generated, It was turn-based. It was heavily RPG inspired, which meant that you had stats and weapons that would improve, but you also had like the ability to plant traps and do these sort of interesting expressional type things that you'd have in a Dungeons and Dragons type role-playing game where you can do cool stuff. So Rogue is a really, really hardcore game, and NetHack and a bunch of these other ones, very, very hardcore games that, again, one of the core tenets is that when you die, you start back over and progress through a randomized experience. In the last 10 years, games that are similar to the game Rogue have been really popular. These are called Roguelikes. A game like Slay the Spire. It's a deck-building game where the combat uses cards in a deck, and every time you defeat an enemy, you go one layer deeper in the tower, and you get new cards and new tools for your deck. So each journey through is assembling a different deck, a different collection of tools. And if you die, you have to start all the way back over again. Why are roguelikes popular? One, they're fun because of the stakes. If you screw up, you die. It's not like in Skyrim where you steal from someone, they catch you, you reload. You steal from someone, they catch you, you reload. You'll steal from them, they didn't catch you, tight. Time to repeat for the whole town. It's really, really, really fun to have that high-stakes experience. But some terminology started to drift a little bit, which is the reason for this spiel, about what is a roguelike and what is a roguelite. They're very fuzzy definitions, almost marketing-like, but the original game Rogue, when you died, it completely reset. But humans like progression. So at a lot of these games where you die and you start over, a lot of the way they functioned is as you would play through this run, your success in the run would unlock better tools and some permanent power boost. So that way when you restarted, you might have a little more health at the start, or access to a little bit more weaponry, something like this. And if you're really interesting, there is something called the Berlin interpretation, which is an evaluation metric system for how much a particular game functions like the original Rogue. Is it a real-time game or is it a turn-based game? Is there meta progression or no meta progression? Is it RPG style? Is it action style? What are the encounters like? What's the spread of capabilities? This sort of thing. And for me, I just love games where if you die, you start back over. I think that's rad. And the funniest thing to me is that tons of games don't explain their mechanical contexts at all. Mario is not like, Mamma Mia, I'm a plumber, and I only have 3 lives. Like, no, it's never explained. It's never like, oh my god, the green mushrooms. Yes, of course. I've died countless times, and the green mushrooms will give me the strength to resurrect. If they did explain that, Mario would be dark as shit. But many games, in the last 20 years especially, have built a really interesting structure around trying to come up with an explanation for very gamey things, such as me, Celine, aka Selene, stumbling upon a corpse of herself. And it's starting to provide an explanation for why, when you die, you restart. So if I hold the trigger, where's my ammo? Oh, it's on the HUD. It's in the center of the screen. Look at this. Press this to access your suit computer. Which button is this? Is it this one? Oh my goodness, look at you. Ooh, I'm getting those Metroid Prime vibes. I'm getting those Doom vibes. Getting that sweet 3D map vibes. Oh. Alright, let's check our status. Weapon damage, protection, proficiency rate. I don't know what that is, but it's definitely not 100%. Alt fire cooldown. Integrity, 43%. There does come a point where, let's not beat around the bush. We have 43 hit points left. By the way, hit point is the perfect example of a ridiculously stupid technical term that if you think about it, you know an engineer named it. It's not health, it's just like the amount of points that you can withstand in terms of hitting. And so you have 42 hit points. HP. We should call HP at some point hit points. Are you kidding me? I don't believe it. Databank. Obolite. A previously unknown radioactive mineral with a crystalline structure and a golden glow. Modified sidearm. SD, mate. Alright. And I get why it's called integrity. It's the integrity of our suit. I don't know why this tickles me. Green glow, right, to indicate, you know, common aesthetic language. You know, you have the saturated colors for the interactables, and the interactables, and the desaturated colors for the non-interactables. But I love coming up to it where it's like, huh, what the fuck, huh? As a question mark. Oh, I have to hold the scan.
Discovered a potential resource. Positive analysis for suit repairs. Classifying as silphium.
Classifying as fantasticum. Man, I should not be in charge of naming things, huh? Locked gate, a xenogate secured with a lock. Resource requires a key. Wow. Celine is me, and these little blue tentacles, that's you. Look at you. Oh, day 9. Oh, what's your opinion on this today? Oh, day 9, I cooked a bread bowl. What do you think of my bread? Oh no, day 9's offline, our life! Oh, we have no meaning! Oh, day 9, oh hello! Oh, what are your thoughts on Returnal? I hear that you've been looking forward to it for a while. Oh my god, someone watched Edge of Tomorrow. Someone watched Edge of Tomorrow! Oh yes. Oh, by the way, these are the long-time subscribers to Day 9 TV.
Encountered scavenger fauna.
Oh shit, it's a bullet hell game. But yeah, House Marquet, didn't they made a ton of bullet hell style games, huh? Oh. Oh yeah, I have to hit this button to run, huh? So I don't actually have to do it. Astra MK12 data drive containing audio recording.
Recorded log found. Adding to databank. Playing back now. Scout log. Atropos.
Ugh.
Elapsed time 30 minutes since last crash.
Oh shit.
Whole areas of this forest are rearranging themselves like a fluid puzzle after each of my... Whenever I return, per Astra protocol, I will not be recovered until I reach the broadcast signal.
Alright.
If you're hearing this, you are stuck here too. I don't remember recording that.
Dude, this 3D map is actually unbelievably elegant. It's just really well implemented. What did I just get? Looks like I got some hot snakes. Because he says, oh, some ludonarrative resonance. Oh my god. Who made this game? House Marquet. Actually, I'm almost embarrassed to say, I've only read the name of the developer. I haven't had to say it out loud in my life until today. But it's House, spelled H-O-U-S-E, and then M-A-R-Q-U-E. I pronounce that as Marquet. House Marquet. And I think that's right. But I thought that Marquet was spelled M-A-R-Q-U-E-E with a cute accent over the second E. So it is just Mark. Half of y'all are saying Marquet. Mark is pronounced Mark. Alright, it's House Mark. Oh, House Mark. A tropian key. Alright, so it has some light, you know, I kind of made an assumption that there was no fall damage, but I don't even know if that's true. actually know. Okay, so some of my opinions about the Metroidvania style, where there's like substantial interconnectedness, and you see the locked gate, and you come back and you get the key. Though in general, I like this kind of thing. Every procedurally generated game that claims to have Metroidvania style elements to it, I feel like really loses out on the exploratory aspect. Like, it's really fun to see ways in which stuff is connected together. And when it's procedurally generated, I feel like you lose some of that. But let's see here. Press this for dash. Which button is that? Okay. Holy shit. Alright. Well, dashing, you're invulnerable to hazards. Ooh, shit. Ooh, I don't think you know how good this feels. It's super responsive. So if you do a quick tap... So let's run and do a quick tap on the branch. Let's do a long tap. So it appears to be very tactile. Dude, I just think that the whole idea of aiming and timing and how long you hold a button... Oh my god, I love these elements. I didn't run. That's okay, we got there.
Security system encountered.
Hot snakes. Oh! Oh my god, legs. Soon enough, we're gonna find out that I actually made this entire area. I'm gonna wander around and ignore my minimap for a little bit. I kind of feel like in a game like this, you actually must have a minimap that looks like this. Because if you don't, a lot of areas in procedurally generated landscapes, like the higher fidelity art assets you're trying to create that look like really realistic, but are procedural, fundamentally means you don't have a lot of hero props. By the way, a hero prop is like a centerpiece element, you know, like if you were in a room that just had some carpet and lights and chandeliers and stuff, but in the middle there was like a giant statue of I don't know, a raccoon holding a trowel. That would be the thing that you would use as a reference point because it's the big, notable, noteworthy thing. Or if there's like a shattered clock tower over here and you got the raccoon with the trowel over here, you know, and then there's a giant evil duct tape man who's on this side. You can start to get some contextualization of the... Yeah, landmarks. That's a much better word for it. Nauseating. When you have procedural generation, it's hard to... Whoa! Oh my god, look at the tentacles. It just looks in place so good. Enhanced Returnal. Whoa! Alright. You know what? I'll do this in a second, my friends. Pew, 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 pew. Oh! Gacking it everywhere. Alright, let's go ahead and pick up some plasma. Power-ups can't even keep up with me. Ow! Oh! Malignant key. Opens secure gates and containers, but is infected with malignancy. What? Little eyes have a chance of causing malfunctions, have negative effects, and can even inhibit certain actions. Oh, yeah. Oh! Suit malfunction. What? Colossal Koski says, Dev team is watching. Greets from Housemark and good luck on your run. And then you posted some tentacles. Oh my goodness. Oh, developers, developers, developers. Well, I've already been saying nice things to you, but now I'm going to have to try to play it all cool. I have to be like, sup, Housemark. Pretty sure I know how to pronounce the title of your studio. I, for many years, thought it was House Marquee, so there you go. So something they'll have to get used to is that, like, you'll see that when I turn, there's, like, a little bit of stoppiness that happens. It's pronounced Housemarque. Housemarque. Alright, so let's see here. So, opening up. Well, let me just say, I realize I was being silly for a moment, but hey, devs. Thanks for coming by. It's really nice for you to stop by and say hello. I love the sort of sci-fi, ancient mythology kind of vibe. And I'm just going to sit here and just let that purr massage my ears. Oh yeah, I'm absolutely getting some Astartes vibes, man. Oh yeah. Well, oh, you're so sick. Oh, the developers were like, I know that there will be some idiot playing who will see something he doesn't recognize and shoot it with a gun. We should account for these kinds of people. And then I saw it and I was like, this is a circle, but in 3 dimensions. Time to go to town. It's like a very evil whale.
I've discovered piled corpses of a xenotype species. Likely the architects of these ruins. These could be the sentients that broadcast the white shadow signal.
Look, it's all of you when I'm offline. I'm so sorry I can't be live for you always. I know how hard it is. Jump into it? Alright, here we go. So, I think that the developers QA tested the size of the hole. And I think they did a good job. Good testing. Good testing. Okay, hold on. Drink a little bit. Scout log.
It is impossible to escape. I have tried everything. I'm always brought back by... There is a moment between death and rebirth when tentacles drag me down, screaming, drowning, returning.
Returnaling. Alright, I'm just going to appreciate some of the environment artists here. Oh. Man, I'm so smart. Everyone, quick reminder. What the Deck is on Monday. It's a silly little game that's nothing like the horror roguelike we're playing right now. What the Deck is a silly little game show we do in Magic the Gathering where you submit to us decks to play against one another following various constraints. And on Monday's show, we're doing Quandrix, the Simic Guild, versus Lorehold, the Boros Guild. We would love if you would submit to us themed decks that are as dumb as humanly possible to play on Monday. We always review them on Saturday and Sunday. Do we hear Cece? Did you? Or was that a growl in the game? What kind of noise did you hear? Because my dog makes exactly one noise. Oh. My dog has barked twice. And it happened when my dog was on our balcony. And she's peering over and saw another dog. She starts going... And she goes... Bah, bah, bah. It's the most noise I've ever heard her say. Except when we were going to go on a walk and she was so excited she ran headfirst into the door. And then she went... Arr! And that's it.
Encountered hostile predator.
Holy fuck! Whoa! Whoa! Oh my fuck! It's so fast! And the sound is... It's scary! Ah! Ah! Oh my god! Oh my god! I'm gonna turn the volume down on this shit, man. Oh, so only the shitty players like me get to see the intro to the game, huh? Are you suggesting that if I'm so good, you don't need to tell me the title of your game? Alright, fine. I get it.
Helios! Astra, this is Celine. I survived the... Can you hear me? I'm in my ship. Suit status operational and... I've already experienced this before.
Oh my god, I'm controlling it. Oh, I'm in control. Oh my god, this is... I'm telling you, one day, they're gonna do this on a Netflix show. One day, you're gonna be watching a show and it'll freeze like this, and you're gonna pick up your controller and it's gonna, oh, and you're gonna realize, oh, and then you're gonna, oh. Ship terminals. Helios has 2 terminals to use: the main terminal and the challenge terminal. The main terminal can be used to view your overall statistics in the ship logs. The challenge terminal can be used to access the daily challenge, where you can compete against other scouts once it is unlocked. And be sure to play it every day. Alright. It's fun getting Retrofuture. Okay. Hostiles eliminated. 7! Mobilites collected 110. We've explored 11 areas. We've died once. Ever been on Tinder? Message someone, and they just respond like, Celine Vassos, you are hereby ordered to return corrupted text. Abort current corrupted text. Fisher, Atropos. And you're like, haha, cool, right? Because you're still hoping you have a chance. And it's corrupted text. Scout ship designation Helios. Corrupted text. Not been corrupted text further. Planetary study. Okay, your immediate, including acknowledgement, and immediate and permanent, whereas neglecting, despite previous, willful, and blatant, is not. Okay. Alright, so I assume that the game is telling me that the more I play, the more I get to unlock. Something major happened. I assume SV, is that me, Celine Vassos? Oh yeah, look, it says it right there, nice. This is another emergency drill. I'm still in maintenance. Do you see the white shadow? Which I assume is a reference to White Castle, which serves tiny cheeseburgers. Where is this coming from? The void we're crossing has 0 galaxies. Remember when we were diverted? I think this was the reason. Which definitely explains why the upper echelon was so evasive. This is a clear message, maybe a distress signal. I'm gonna go. Atropos has been marked. Approach forbidden. We wait for clearance. Wait for clearance. I know this. I've heard this before. It's hard to explain. You know this message? What do you mean? Ghosty. Alright, what's this? Oh. Conduct missions within safe practice guidelines to ensure maximum chance of survivability. Uninterrupted communications. Maintain constant contact with team or handler immediately prior to a mission until its completion. Freedom of choice. Achieve objectives through the best means possible. Mm-hmm. Yep, sure. Proficiencies: first encounter, data analysis, field repair, weapons testing. You can tell that this is fiction because if this were the real world, one of the proficiencies would have been Microsoft Excel. I knew someone who... You know, like, all right, what are my proficiencies? Let's see here. I do programming in C#. I'm familiar with Unity, as well as Microsoft Word and Excel. I had a friend who did this, went in, and they went, oh, so you're familiar with Excel? Yeah. And they said, how would you do a linear programming optimization problem for financial data using this data sample? And she's like, oh, look, I just know how to Google stuff about Excel. If that's, like, I mean, I don't know how to do what you're doing right now, but I would Google it. And she did not get that job. And frankly, I fault the company. Like, who reads, what idiot reads proficiency in Microsoft Excel? You know, if you say I'm proficient in Microsoft Excel, what that means is, I really want this job. Spell checking your document, your cover letter, is identical to including I'm proficient in Microsoft Excel. Like, get out of here. Alright. Oh my god, this is where the McDonald's Jungle Gym is. Alright. Oh god, I always get so sick with first-person cameras in most 3D games. I'm real sensitive to this. Oh, I actually go to bed? I'm so used to point-and-click adventure games where if I look at the bed, it would be like, I used to sleep here at night to get rest and some other insipid nonsense. Well, I'm exhausted. I'm gonna go hit the hay and get some shut tentacles. I mean, shut-eye. The abdication of Zeus. You might not know this, but Zeus is actually an old JavaScript extension that, I don't know, I just don't think that it's going to help anyone do anything. So let's see here. Where are my dots? There's one. Hey, look. God, I am so sick. Every time you die, you are returned to the crash site without the weapons, artifacts, and resources collected. Databank entries and permanent equipment survive from cycle to cycle. Use those permanent items to explore new areas and utilize shortcuts. Ah. Oh, okay. I see. Use double jump to explore this stuff.
The environment wasn't like this before.
Is the audio as insane to you as it is to me? How do you reload in this game? Oh, that's not the button. How do you reload in this game? Oh! Excuse me, what? You can't go in there. It's very wet. Sometimes there's games that when I hear the audio, it, like, does shit to me. Like, Overwatch audio, holy shit. It's just like you feel the game in here. Like, I'm wearing little, lightweight earbuds. And this audio is incredible. Bah. I always like if there's a game that has some real intense action. To have lulls. Unknown artifact, hold to scan. Hostiles who have injured you drop 50% more obolites when killed. Come here. Yeah. We need you. Artifacts are items with beneficial effects. Some have passive, while others have activation conditions. One second. I hear someone knocking at my door. The game clearly is getting to me. Clearly. There was no one at the door. We should have a cat butt emote. Why have a cat butt emote when we can have the cat's butt in high fidelity, huh? Big Chef JC says, almost 3 years. What? Time's been flying. The last year and a half feels like a vortex. Game's making frightening noises.
New technology discovered.
Oh, yes. Oh, yeah.
That's my weapon with an alternative firing mechanism.
Oh, yeah! What? Okay, press halfway down. Press all the way down.
Highly effective. This will be useful.
Oh my god. DJ Furball! 4,500 bits is after celebrate my friends' 4 years of working on this game. Super proud of what the team has achieved. DJ Furball gave us 4,500 bits because of what House Mark did. Dude, DJ Furball, that's so sick, man. DJ Furball. Yeah, man, this is... This game is next gen. That large resin used for various hobbies. Fills 2 slots towards max integrity upgrades. Yes. I'm a gamer. And because I'm a gamer, I'm going to explore everywhere else except the brand new passageway first. I understand now. Okay, it took me a moment to figure it out, right? You fire this, and then that whoa, 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 that's the recharge on it. That noise was stressing me out. Wrong button. Alright, what? Malignant key, okay. It's a xenotechnology capacity imprint data. Oh. An unknown reference. Oh my god, yes. Kerberon. Do you know the first monster? Oh my god, it's Kerberon. A medium-sized quadruped. With lizard-like torso and head, but with feet and mane of long, tentacle-like limbs. Tentacles. So I think purple is malignant things. Repairs modern tissue integrity, but is infected with malignancy. Are you kidding me? I will always pick up every single thing every single time. Shield Disruptor Data Cube. Deposit into a matching device to permanently unlock this item designed for future cycles. So it looks like I have a data cube, so when I die, the next time I go through, I will have the ability to get the shield as a potential random pickup. Dude. The audio in this game is unbelievable. Why not? Xenotech burial container of a sentiment. Or excuse me, sentient. Often contains valuable items. Did I get a thing? Oh, it's just not showing me some of the dialogue because it assumes I understand. I don't. I'm an idiot. Permanent resource that interacts with other timelines and cleanses malignancy. Great. Ether is a mysterious resource that is kept on death. Gain Ether by interacting with deceased scouts and completing daily challenges that you should do every... Goodbye. What'd the rest of it say? Ah, crap. Holy shit, what the shit is that? I gotta turn this down, it's so loud. It frightened me. Woo! Oh my god. Oh fucking holy shit. Well, let's just keep opening this garbage. You have active reload? What does that mean? Interesting. Oh, it's as fast as I can click the button? I hope I can get an automatic. This is not going to be healthy for me. Okay, okay, okay. You can't go down there. Alright. Oh! Oh. A high damage a damaged xenotech device fabricates a random item in exchange for an increasing amount of obolites. What the fuck is this? It is an apple. Entry and sphere disables all turrets within area.
Xenotype device acquired. I think this will prove a useful tool.
Seeing items with unique effects. Alright, I press this for video tutorials. Great. After posts is filled with consumables. Choose when to use them. You're initially limited to one. You can carry multiple copies. And alright. Ooh. Okay, so this is this room, but like, where do I... Oh, wait, was this just... Was this... This is a branched path. Oh, damn. There was actually some substance in that branch, man. This is some nice art. Damn. I'm frightened now. My readings indicate that this weapon is not dog shit. I'm like, yes! I love the lore!
Acquired a xenotype weapon, similar to our carbine technology.
Weapon systems. Each weapon you discover has 3 properties. Alt fire, stats, traits, shoulders, knees, and toes. Alt fire is an alternative firing mechanism that recharges over time. That was like our like explosion thing. Stats affect the weapon's power and other attributes that are unique for the weapon, while traits modifier add new behaviors. So I assume it's like alt fire is you go from a rifle to a grenade launcher. Stats would be it deals 10 damage or 20 or 30, and traits would be this deals fire damage or ice. This is what I'm assuming. Many traits start as locked, but you can unlock them with the continuous use of the weapon, your proficiency level. Affects how the stats can be on the weapon you find. Oh, now that's actually really nice. So hold on. So I'm just going to state a general observation. And this is not like a hard and fast fact. This is like a lens of consideration to share with you to think about. Sometimes, to make a game feel richer and deeper and more interesting, you'll have different axes. Like, there's physical damage in Dota, there's magical damage, and there is an abilities damage type. And you can get physical resistance and magical resistance. And there's some abilities that deal bonus damage to illusions, because illusions is another kind of axis that's in there. And broadly speaking, when you have a game that's really, really fast-paced and really action-y, like a shooter, like Enter the Gungeon, something like this, often it is challenging to come up with new, interesting, complex axes, because the game is happening so fast that if you were to add tons of them, it would be really hard to process them quickly enough in the action-oriented space. As an example, Magic the Gathering is a turn-based card game where you can really slow your thought process down and look around and evaluate all the little different properties and go through, and that's where the little fun thinky part can come from. So, I had some issues with Dead Cells as an example, because it would be like, it's a sword that every time you swipe with your sword, it shoots a grenade out of your ass. And I'm like, I recognize literally what this does, but it feels odd. And I think that this is really clever to say that you have a progression system to unlock certain properties, because the progression is then a goal and a gameplay element that is not necessarily dependent upon processing a bunch of complex action at that point in time. It's adding a little bit of richness that kind of happens in a non-active way in the game that still creates a sort of rewarding little output. Same one as before. So if I go to... Oops. Alright, so that's locked. Yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah, Pine Square says, plus you can do the process, the complexity in between runs. Yeah, this is why I think a lot of roguelike games...
Discovered a massive wall beyond which is the white shadow signal. I can't cross the chasm. For now, I'll change objectives and investigate the energy reading in the forest.
I feel bad.
Scout log, Atropos. Who triggered the broadcast? Do you see the white shadow is something only I should know? And now, out of literally nowhere, I'm hearing it again. Were the sentients involved? But how would they have known? I need to believe there are answers at the signal.
That is fucking cool. That's very cool. You ever seen someone get it? Oh yeah. Whoever constructed the narrative and the design of how the story unfolds and the elements and the mystery in this, they fucking get it. Dennis, is that our character from previous loops? Indeed. This is me. This is me. But dead. This is me, but worse off. This is me in the past. This is like me in college. It's pathetic. Odd places, yeah, the contrast between the claustrophobic forest areas to this suddenly giant wall is so cool. Oh, dude, fuck yeah. Is there a co-op to this or just single player? I have no idea. I don't have any friends at all, so I never need to know about co-op. I learned what that little red symbol means. What do you mean I can't shoot it to interact with it? I thought that all gameplay is based around gun. Malignant stuff. Yeah, I'll take this shit. Wait, why do I have... What the... Wait, why do I... Wait, hold on. Hold the what? Status, equipment. Why do I have... Why do I have, like, bullets flying out of this thing? You know what I mean? What's happening? You see that? What are those tracker bullets? Seeing the bullets. All right, well, yeah, my question is, I didn't see these things before. Maybe they were here before, but where did they come from? Look at the character screen and the equipped item. This disables all turrets. Your adrenaline level improves the weapon. Middle column, middle of it. Oh. Oh, wait. A volley of insectoids, a Hona... No, that's my alt fire. I mean, by the way, this... That's Tracker Swarm. I'm asking about these two little flapping flyers. I have no idea. I think they've been there all along. Okay, maybe I'm just dumb. I'm just gonna keep playing. Maybe it's just been there since the start of the game. Maybe it's for people who suck at aiming but are good at dodging.
Interactions from their perspectives. But are they truly me? Or just hollowed corpses? This may be the face of things to come.
Oh my god. Particles, 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 schmarticles. There's nerds right behind here, ain't there? Oops, I keep holding this down too hard. Oh shit. This is so tight. Oops. Oh! Adrenaline reset. Oh shit. Oh, I'm stuck. This is so sweet. Alright, let's do the same thing again. Okay, so that is not popping it, huh? Or maybe it deactivates if I kill all these little greeblies. Ah, fuck. Huh. I think I cannot destroy that. So this is L1. That's it? Well, alright. So, I mean, I used the consumable, and nothing happened. That's where I came from, right? Okay, so, I actually do want to know, am I missing something obvious? We no longer have the wispy bullets. Okay, hold on. Okay, maybe that's what it is. Ah, enhanced roll. Okay. I assume that I need some sort of red barrier breaker, but that's just from my knowledge of how other Metroid games have worked. Okay. Thus far, this game has been incredible. I'm not hitting the button yet. Let me explain briefly. So, when I play roguelike games, one of the things that rarely ever happens is the feeling of an unfolding story and presentation in a way where the developers have control. What do I mean by this? Well, let me take Slay the Spire, for instance. Actually, let's not take Slay the Spire. Let's take just an imaginary one. I don't need to use a concrete example yet. But the idea is that if every single zone is randomized, I don't know when my player is going to die, how much they're going to be experiencing. I I have such little knowledge of what the progression path of my player will be when there's this high level of randomization. So what's the way in which a developer would want to have control? Well, they just start putting in things that have to happen, which is just more and more and more single-player, handcrafted, bespoke content, or whatever you want to call it. So it seems like an obvious solution is you have some randomized elements, you have some bespoke, deliberately created elements. However, it's just really hard to do all of that at once. It just takes a lot of effort and a lot of thoughtful craftsmanship. Because making good, cool single-player experiences anyways is a lot of work. And trying to make a system-heavy roguelike type thing is just a lot of work and a lot of balancing and a lot of tuning, because the whole point of a roguelike is making the repeated run-throughs of the game really, really, really fun and satisfying. And different and flashy and all this sort of thing. So, one of the things that I'm observing as I've been playing is I've been going, okay, I'm seeing tentacle lizard folk as the main enemy. I might start tiring of that a lot. Especially if all I'm doing is aiming and shooting. A game like Slay the Spire has a reasonable variety in Act 1. However, the way that your deck grows and changes and plays out, that's kind of the anchoring change. That's the sort of anchoring emotional experience. Ooh, what will my deck be this time? Even if there's some repetition in the enemies. And so again, if you have a game that's turn-based and slower and more deliberate, like a Slay the Spire, you have the opportunity to create way more axes and capabilities and options and tools and things to consider for the player. But in a shooty type experience like this, I think they've already done some interesting choices with introducing bullet hell mechanics, the fanning out of things, that makes my movement feel really good. So, that was probably my biggest question mark coming into this. How do you make the repeated experience, if it's aimy, shooty, action-focused, feel different and deep and cool and compelling? Because if I was not as comfortable in these types of settings, maybe I wouldn't like it. If I'm super comfortable in these settings, maybe I breeze past it. And I still kind of have that a little bit on the mind, but I feel like the developers have basically slapped me in the face and said, look at this cool shit. And I'm like, oh my god, that's very cool. Like, I just walked forward and fell down into this place where I'm clearly about to see some dope cutscene.
Xenotype technology on the corpse of a sentient. Scan is indicating potential for suit augmentation.
Sorry, buddy.
Appears safe to repurpose.
It looks like the front of a thong. All right, here we go. Oh, okay. All right, cool. All right.
Performing a function test to confirm.
Puzzle to teleport within a biome. Proximity translocators. Oh.
Confirmed. Point-to-point teleportation. Location exit seems fixed.
Like, immediately seeing that is so fucking cool, man. There's so much cool surprise in this. Yeah! Yeah! It's for this fucking game! Dude! How many times have you heard me talk about wonder? How many times? Right? What I'm about to say is in no way a rag on Slay the Spire, because that's one of my favorite games of all time. But in Slay the Spire, it's like, here's an enemy, here's another enemy, here's another card, here's another enemy. You just start getting, it's like little gameplay, sort of interesting moments, and there you go, and there you go, and there you go. That overwhelming feeling of mystery and what the fuck and wonder and holy shit, it just does not happen that much in games, right? Because, like, What do you think happens if I walk in there, huh? Alright. Alright, so he just goes charging his laser. I need 4 right there to cleanse. Okay. Okay. Is there no... Dude, this is like so rad. Okay, so let's take a quick peek at where we're trying to go. What are these? Container. Alright, so first things first. Alright, I missed it. There we go. Dude, I love how there's teleporty or retraversally components to this. Let me just reorient myself really fast. So we came in through here. Here is where Lavacles is. And that was where the objective was that I needed to get to. So what I do is I go straight through and then I go to the right, huh? I just love these more quiet moments. So I assume that's a tracker. I see. I see what the sound signal is. Ether times 2. I assume this will take me right on back. See, this game looks fantastic. What are your thoughts on it so far? I'm having a very nice time. Wait, what? The ground is not... What? Holy shit, it... Oh. Third masses, people keep mentioning Doom when they see the map. Was it really the first to have a 3D map like that? I'm going to be very surprised if it is. I think the most notable big implementation... I literally didn't read anything here. I'm an idiot. The most notable big implementation that many people saw was in the Metroid Prime series. But Doom Eternal is the most recent good game. So yeah, I'm gonna go back here, I think. Didn't Dead Space have some sort of 3D map? Yeah, I think there's lots of games that have had 3D maps before, for sure. Descent was the first game to do everything. Yeah, Descent was the first game that really pioneered what the fuck am I looking at and what's up, what's my orientation. Oh my god, Ghosty, I would love to adjust that. Press what button? R3? Oh, that's what that was. Yeah. April says, how you feeling today, Sean? Nice hair. Dude, April Qual, I'm going to take a break to say this. I am actually feeling really good. Really good. Trying this new health thing. And also just eating healthier. And sleeping more, which is just, like, literally only ever makes me feel better. I feel shittier short term, but longer term it sort of, like, chips up. So that's really nice. I'm going to have a hang out with a friend tonight via the internet, which I'm excited for. I'm excited to watch Maru vs. Trap. I still haven't seen that. I'm watching ASL Group 6 tonight, which is incredible. Feeling happy about a lot of things. Oh, I think the big one is I, on Wednesday night, went out and saw vaccinated friends in person and drank and chatted with them, which fucked with my sleep because, you know, my body was not used to that intensity of stimulation. And I got back home at 12:30. I was exhausted. It was so good. It was unbelievable. I feel rejuvenated to the max. Painful Dorses, for the past 6 weeks since I started edibles, I've been sleeping like I was 10 years old again for the first time since I was 10 years old. Yeah. I mean, I personally do not like marijuana at all. But fuck, the number of people I know that have had sleep or pains or muscle issues that use CBD or THC. I don't know much about it, but like, basically have used marijuana in some way that has helped and completely changed their lives for the better. I mean, I just think it's incredible. Well, I'm not going that way, man, let me tell you.
Discovered xenotype technology that produces other devices.
It's a shop. Got it. Oh. Grants a huge amount of weapon proficiency. Gaining or fixing malfunctions repairs. I don't know who the hell did the audio in this game, but it's unbelievable. Oop. DJ says, I'm pretty sure we are not getting a full picture of how the audio is. Can you try to explain why the audio feels next gen? Okay, I want to tell you about the vibrations in this PS5 controller. I feel like what I'm about to say will sound the most full of shit ever. Like, this is... the vibrations in this thing? I have always disabled and hated rumble packs. This is fucking incredible. Has anyone else played with a PS5 and felt the vibrations? Like when it's outside and it's raining, you just get this like tick, 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 and it feels like little raindrops in your hand. It's insane. So like, what used to happen is, you know, when, like, the very first Rumble Packs were introduced, you would, like, pause the game and it would be like, brrr. Right, it would just, like, make a rumble, and then you'd, like, crash your car, brrr, and then you would just, like, shoot a gun, brrr. It was just this nonsense, samey sort of thing. Now, it's, like, synchronized with everything. Like, oh yeah, Shade of Icarus says when you pull the trigger down, it, like, pushes back. It has a springiness to it that's incredible. And there's this, like, that you feel in the controller. It's unbelievable. Like, this is the best, most next-gen feeling... what's the word for when you have... haptic feedback. It's the best haptic feedback I've ever had in a controller. But what I love about the audio is, just in terms of a lot of the music that I like a lot of soundscapey, really broad-range stuff. Lots of, like, humming bass and a chirpy, trilly, crackly type... You know, and this creates kind of like this shell with like an empty middle, where there's not a lot of mid-range stuff, which is where you'd hear like a lot of guitar and acoustics, and vocals and stuff like that. So this game has like a really wide, deep, satisfying soundscape. Like just sit here and listen for a moment. You'll hear that just ambient, tickling sound effects from, I think it's this thing. Very high-pitched, crispy, clicky poppy. And this is not just a different sound, but it's like in a different range. So it just feels really, really soundscapey.
Evidence of rudimentary xenotype language discovered. Currently lacking resources to decipher this xenoglyph. Discovered a fragment of the xenotype language.
Alright, and also, like, when you shoot, it's actually not that bassy, this shot. One thing that's really easy to do in audio design, that someone else who is a friend who had explained this to me, and I'm repeating after him, is that it's easy to overdo the bass for impact. Because it's easy to just go boom. But, like, listen to this. It's actually kind of soft. Like, in sound, there's what's called the attack, which you can imagine, like, when you press the piano key, it goes boom. It's that that first pop. This does not have much of an attack. It's kind of ga 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 ga, as opposed to ka 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 ka. Right? It's like really It's nice, and it's not too bass heavy, and it's not too high pitched and tinny and trebly, which is good because I'm going to be shooting this a lot. A less frequently used action is in a different space. So listen to this dash; it's much lower. Has a little bit of this doesn't. The gun has almost no bass in it, so like I just love how much it really, at least just like in these battles, like this, I can parse everything, but also it feels like really good. And again, I find it very funny that people were like, "Oh, insufficient xenoglyphs. Oh, fuck yourself. Do I need to do anything with this? Oh yeah, collect it. I see."
Is this translating correctly? Severed brethren. Agony.
Stop the endless cycle of people judging their favorite streamers.
Detecting a strange energy reading. Setting a marker on my map.
You can Oh shit. dude, I'm cheesing this shit. Oh shit, I'm gooped. Oh, I thought I killed you. Like, I just want to stress, notice that when I shot and they all hit, like the really big impactful one did this like grrr, like a really deep nice grrr. Like they're just really smart with their audio in terms of just like making the punchy moments feel punchy in a way that is different. Jumps create energy blasts on landing. Alright, so this is temporary. Oh, it's consumable. Got it. I'm going in. Nice little homage to Half-Life. By the way, if your game is good and you do something another game did, it's an homage. But if it sucks, you're just a rip-off. Just to clarify that. Or if I don't like you, it's a rip-off. But I like them, so it's a really good homage. Oh, shit. Yeah, I think you meant money grab. Yeah, dude, the number of things that people describe as greedy when what they're really saying is, I would never buy that. Like, or that is too expensive for me. And the reason I joke about that is a lot of times when someone's like, that's so greedy, oh my god, they're only in it for the money. What they actually did is they priced it terribly and no one's going to buy it, and they failed at their goal of making any money and failed at the goal of making their customer happy. Because I feel like for something to actually involve the greed, the exchange of money kind of has to be part of the process. What? Damage, siphon, data cube. I'll take that. Wait, what? Oh. You can only carry one at a time? Boo! Damage, siphon, data cube. I'm gonna pick up this one. Because I think it's... Oh, they actually have the exact same mark. Okay, cool. Granarog says, is greed more about intent? Rather than getting into the specifics about all the definitions that I think would be correct with greed, rather what I'm saying is I feel like people use greed when they're criticizing things incorrectly, and that they are inaccurate with what they're actually trying to convey. And again, inaccuracy is my problem with the statement. Not any of the emotion or feeling behind it. For instance, if Returnal was $400 to buy the game, I would not say the developers are greedy. I would say the developers are idiots. And my personal problem that I have is $400 is way too much money. Alright. Uh-oh. Oh, we got a happy girl. Hi, happy girl. She's making bread. Some Ludfist says it's a greedy perspective, Sean. That's true. That's true. Oh. This little gray cat is so good. And again, it's the inaccuracy. It's the inaccuracy that I'm, okay, pointing to. Because it is bad if this game were $400. It's not, but I think that would be bad if it were. Oh, are we having a seat? Okay, suit integrity increased. Okay, well, let's not chew on Daddy's electronics. Yeah, Belchlall is greedy as a Zerg going 3 base before pool. Alright, I now have a cat who is slowly making her way into a comfortable position on my lap. Alright, so these, I can't break them up. Smoothie says, if overpricing content / products isn't greedy, what is greedy? Again, I don't care to figure out how to use the word greedy properly. I would say overpricing a content I don't like because I want to experience the content. And if I can't afford it, it sucks to not be able to play it. It's too expensive. Like, okay, what are we doing? What are we doing? Are we lying down? What do we want? This cat, she's so greedy. Alright, I'm just gonna move on. There we go. Yeah, like, for instance, card game like Magic, you could say, oh god, I hate how expensive it is to get all the cards in a set. I want all the cards in a set because I like playing different decks. And if you said, that sucks that that sucks that they keep pricing things like this, and it drives me insane, and it pisses me off. I actually think that's much more accurate than the developers are greedy. April also I never get to see Sheriff. Sheriff tends to do her snuggles at around 10:30 to noon, and then starts back up again around 6:30 or 7. All right, hey, you know what? I don't need this mouse pad today. Here, let me move the mouse. There you go. Yeah, lie down. Yes, you can lie right down your favorite mouse pad. All right. Okay. Spit Maw Blaster. Bonus damage. All the damage is a bonus. Just, Jesus. Just lie down. Oh, it's this guy again. It's a shotgun. Okay, does this have an alt fire? Keep forgetting about the active reload. Hey, look, it's me.
Encountered a small life form. Seems docile.
Ah!
It's parasitically attached to my arm. Does not appear hostile.
I'm gonna pause after this and respond to this.
It's strengthening and weakening my suit.
It appears to buff and debuff my stats. Parasites both benefit and detrimental. Press this to learn more. What's my status? Reduces malfunction probability. Alt fire cooldown increased by 5 seconds. Oh! Najeko says, seeking to maximize their profit out of a desire for money without considering the negative impact on player experience would be greed, though, right? Not Jaco, what I would say is, I am not even speaking about what you're talking about. Because again, my statement is not what is greed and what is not greed. Instead, what I'm saying is, without even using this word at all, I feel like we can be more accurate. Right? So, for instance, if you said to me, Sean, do you like roguelikes? And someone stepped in and said, well, what do you mean by a roguelike? And I said, well, let's avoid the term. I really love games with respawn. I really love games where when you die, it resets your progress, you start over again and keep going through that. Like, that's the thing that I like. And if you said, well, wouldn't you call that a roguelike? I'd say, I'm trying to answer your question without using the word. And again, I feel like the weakness of the word greed, the weakness of a lot of terms that people use, is that they're used by so many different people in so many different ways. Even if you and I, not Jaco, could come up pairwise with an agreement on what this means, a third person would go, I disagree with both of you. Here's what I think greed means and all this stuff. So I think that keywords and terms can be useful in so much as they allow me to communicate. And when I start to see that it's unhelpful for that communication, I drop them in favor of just a more direct form of chatting. Because what I want is precision and clarity. And if the word is imprecise because the agreed upon usage of it is so different depending upon where you are, then yeah, I think I'm repeating myself at this point, which is pretty cool, huh? Oh, I see. Oh, sick. Oh my god, so there's the Helios. Here I come. Time to get close. Oh, shit. Oh, fuck. Ah, fuck! That UI startled me. Hearing a lot of noises. Oh, shit! Oh, shit! That didn't do very much. Let's get an orientation. Here we go. What is that? Holy... Oh! Did everybody see what I just did? Look at, they're still going. Oh my god. This is... Well, Crestfallen says, how do you feel with what seems like limited healing in the game? Oh, I play a lot of roguelikes, so I'm like, yeah, why would there be healing? Okay, I'm looking at my map. Where's this health thing at? Seems like it's down here somewhere. I can't believe these environments actually look good and designed. Like, this is incredible. Maybe I'll get to a point where, like, you know, I'll start seeing a lot of repetition. Oh shit, I just knocked over my capture card. Oh, fuck. Oh. Oh, fuck. Ah! 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 Ah!
Crash. Again. Astra.
Crap.
They can't hear me. I'm alone.
Daydream, is this roguelike game? You bet your booty it is. Databank matrix. Alright, so I can actually go to the ship log. I'm like, see more. Celine Vassos has entered the channel. Cecilia Carascott is present. Emily Sanser is joined. Currently unavailable. Morning, Emily. I have priority requisition order. I have time to seize returns. Blah, blah. Go ahead and sign myself on a scout ship like all items. Yada, flight, promotion, penny vegetable. I've got awesome items are fragile. Just be a technician. Okay. That's just some story. Anyone want to just do a quick tentacle nap? I think I'm in the mood for a quick tentacle nap. You know what I mean? Death count, we've died twice. Ooh, that's fucking cool. You can go to bed and you can see all sorts of loading screens. Alright, I hate the first-person camera. I hate it. First-person cameras are bad.
Discovered a strange device that is already active. It feels alive. I'm not receiving any information when scanning.
I'm thinking I should stick my leg in. Go. This device unlocks new items for your use in exchange for ether. See your progress on the meter. Once the light reaches the top, you will unlock the next item. Light at the top. What's this? Reflex stimulant. Enhances reflexes.
The environment is changing. Could the force be adapting?
Oh my god, this thing sucks. Forgot I had the pistol. Oh, I've been in this area before. Oh shit. So this is my slight worry with any roguelike game. I've only played for 2 hours. And yet I am back in an area that I've already been to. I want to check a tutorial about health. Oh, the resin is what increases my maximum health, huh? So I have 2 out of 3. So there's a forward progress point. This should be where power-ups are. And this is Epa. Can I go through these? Holy shit, that kills! That's agony! Oh my god. Ah! Huh. So it's little homages eating me up. Xenoglyph. Where do we think? Okay, yeah, because I've been in this area before. I should just be more cautious and keep my distance. So we have 3 ways to go, huh? And I can't go through this door, I guess? Sure I can. Oh, can be used to recover and increase integrity? Okay. I'll just lie down here. I just dreamt about a big flying sphere and it felt better. I gotta be honest, if I were on an alien planet, I would never go to bed ever under any circumstance ever. I would stay up until I died. That shit is terrifying. I suppose soon enough I'll have a ability to break through stuff. God, I want to see what's behind there. Oh, shit.
Sentients out in the desert are not the only widespread life forms I've become familiar with. The parasites are everywhere. They strengthen and also weaken me. In knowing that, I find myself compelled to attach them to my body.
Fears I have. Shit. Good thing I have my finest pistol with me. Oh, shit. You're halfway there. Should just be a little more calm. Oh, this automatically refills when you're not firing. Oh. Look at that, my ammo refills when I'm not firing. That's great. Okay, I just need to be a little bit more patient with this. Well, today I learned Sylphium. Tachymatic carbide. Interesting. Oh my god, it's so good. Can I break through this? Resistant to normal melee damage. Alright. What was that noise? Bonus is honest question. Are you actually liking the game? Yeah. Yeah, wait. Wait. Why did you say honest question? Am I dishonest when I don't like things? Uh-oh. Hey, Cthulhu's definitely not Cthulhu. Yeah. Yeah, dude, I actually think that the active reload is so good. Oh, Pony says, no, I meant me being honest, not you. I was like, wow, oh my god. Hater says, untruthful question, do you have any hot bean water? Oh yeah, I need to get some more HB dubs. In 30 minutes, I gotta go take old Bone Eyes for a little outside time, little walkie. Fine, I'll open it. Spit Maw Blaster, huh? Nope. If I stop firing this, does it just fill up? My dog's name is Cece, and I call her Bone Eyes, so I gotta take old Bone Eyes for a walk. Ow, I thought I dodged. Ah, you butthead. Oh, hi. Sumui says, dishonest question. Do you think your enjoyment of the game would be enhanced if the main character were played by Tom Cruise? Absolutely. I think he'd do a spectacular job in his role. Tom Cruise always does, because if you can believe in Thetans, you can believe in yourself. Fixes all malfunctions. I don't think I have any of those. But I will hang on to this because it's an out-of-battle thing. And I'm already trying to manage all the out-of-battle. Yes! Doom Kitty, good to see you, man. Happy Friday. How goes your baller self? Balling out of control. I love hit points because they're so delicious. Oh, that's where I came from. Doom Kitty says, I'm a bundle of anxiety that just won't stop. So I'm here for giggles and to soak up your positivity. Welcome. Good to see you. Yeah, no, I don't understand why we have anxiety anymore. Oh shit, there's so many enemies. Everyone stop talking to me, I'm strung out. Think I can make it over here? I think I can. Oh my god! Oh, fuck! Oh my god, this area is beautiful. Hey, guys. Oh, shit. Ah! That is a waste. Sluggish Needle Tooth, increased repair efficiency? Greatly increased melee cooldown and dash cooldown? What's repair? I don't... Increases repair efficiency in exchange for two things that I do use? I don't know what that means. Oh. Oh. Fuck. Ah! My adrenaline was sapped. Shadeberg says, I think repair efficiency means how much I repair from healing. Oh, interesting. Oh, shit. So it looks like there is some auto-aiming, like... Can't even see where the nerd is. No auto-aiming, I'm just baller. Oh! This area is big. Oh, there he is. This game is rad. Malignant key. Okay. Malfunction probability high. So I... increase dash cooldown by... Okay, so let's see a status. What does this mean, open containers? Okay, so this is open container. Now, the good news is I have a pickup that if I use, it gets rid of my malignancy. So that's good. Also, what's good is that I'm going to go get water. So stay here. Favorite thing about Day 9 is the content. I missed you so much. Okay. Oh, and what are these other things? I got some permanent equipment. Grants alt fire, grants X. Oh, permanent equipment is my to my foot. Is that an NYPD mug? Ah, shit, it is, isn't it, Sumui? I have a bunch of mugs. This one's gonna go in the garbage after this cup. Alright, so... This is how we can drop down. Okay. Here we go. And we're up all high now, okay. I'm just gonna view the area in 3 dimensions. Oh, there's a chest here. Oh. Oh, it's behind a thing. Oh! Shadeburger says, haven't been here in long. What's the temperature on political jokes here? Oh, this is our channel policy. We just don't talk about politics most of the time. Like, Because the fact is, it's really important to be involved in your political scene, your local political scene, understand what's going on with your local community. It's important to vote, all that sort of good stuff. However, I recognize that many of y'all deal with stresses on a daily basis in your various... Grand Swap proficiency, great. Deal with various stresses, or dealing with politics on a personal level. Oh, look, here's all of you listening to my points. Oh, give us truth, Day9! Yeah, many of you have a lot of engagement in... Well, you know, let me actually simplify this. And then we can extrapolate from there. Have you ever been just hearing all the information about the news everywhere you go, no matter where you go? The problem is not that you are politically uninvolved. The problem is that sometimes you need to be disciplined and take a break from it and get away from it. That's what we try to create here. That's what we try to create here. Screen is a metaphor for something. Yeah, it's a metaphor for how much you just... Oh, D9, what do you think about things? So, yeah. Even when there's jokes that are relatively benign and innocent and just kind of calm. Oh, yeah, we were supposed to use this. L1. Malfunction removed. Even though people sometimes make relatively innocent jokes, we tend to be pretty hard-lined on the policy. Just like, just don't. Just don't. I guess we have to go down. We gotta go down to get up. So one thing that I think that this game does is very nice is it actually creates some interesting shape to each of these designed levels that takes me, you know, 10 minutes or so, 5-10 minutes to understand the layout of, to get through, to work through. Places. LOL, my job is literally politics. I'm currently running for small local office. Well, wouldn't it be wonderful for you who's doing politics, or, you know, doing work all day, if you came in and I was like, hey, you know, it's time to dig deep and talk about what you need to do to serve me. Where's this health pack? Oh, yeah, it's behind a wall. I went the wrong-ass way. Went the wrong-ass way as a dumbass. I see. I'm literally backtracking. This is a good one, Shade Icarus. Yeah, what's your opinion on pizza parties? I am deeply curious. If you don't give me a good answer on this pizza initiative, I'm out. Aha! Sorted through. Alright, so there's a boss. Interact with me. Pairs a large amount of integrity. It's okay, I'm gonna dodge every shot from here on out. Whoa! Oh my god. Aquamariner, happy 99 months, Aquamariner. God, what a treat to see ya. Faravax, the finest dragon there ever were. With 11 gifted subs and a happy Friday to you. Is that Talon Dragon I also see? With the 121? Octopus upstairs. Oh my god. Oh my god. Octopus upstairs? Hold on, we've been deciphering this alien language. It appears to be saying octopus upstairs. Alright, cool. Our brethren are severed. Our agony is maddening. We cannot stop the endless cycle of seizures. What is going on over here? There they are. Oh shit. Oh! I didn't know the ground stopped. Shit, he dodged as well. Excuse me. Oh shit, I'm an idiot. Oh, this doesn't have an alt fire? Did I pick it up? Okay. Ooh, that UI is not nice when you're fighting. Yeah. Dude, it's just so cool. Like, I gotta be honest. To a certain degree, I know that what I'm doing is not especially sophisticated. I'm just kind of hiding behind a wall and shooting. And then popping out, and then shooting, and then I pop out, and I'm like, shit, I shouldn't have popped out. Alright, let me keep hiding behind this and shooting. Like, it's pretty straightforward. And yet, this game makes me feel like I am the biggest badass ever. What? Nah, I'm not going to use that. I don't know what that means. I'm interested in the predictable components to this game. And later, I'll be interested in the unpredictable. Yeah, I mean, I love random elements in games. Once I know how they work... Oh, it's one of these. Nice. Shade Erica says, see, whenever I see stuff like that, I worry I'm missing out on some super secret thing that's incredibly low RNG. Mm-hmm. And I still can't open these? God god, this scanner sweep is incredible. I feel like I missed another health thing. No, I guess I didn't.
I've discovered a kind of technology that records past or a visual archive of sorts.
Ah! Ah! Oh, ah!
The sentients encountered the same hostile fauna.
Belchloss, if you notice any room layout repeats, I think I've hit 3 room layout repeats, maybe 4. Not a ton, but enough to notice.
The fabricators. I've used those. They built protection.
Ooh.
This must have occurred centuries ago.
Centuries ago. Who just said hi to me with the name in black when I use black background? Tight X Pants? What up, Tight X Pants? What is up, Tight X Pants? It's your pal, Tight X Day 9. You know, I like that. I like this one better. So I like being far away. That's probably the grappling hook. Doing it. Open up. Oh, shit. What is this? Fabrication cost increased 25%. Man, I don't give a shit about this. Nice. Pistolo. I didn't even read what it said. Slimy nerve stinger. That's seems like a good, reasonable name for you. Oh yeah. Dude, look at... Boy, I can just... Look at this ricochet. Alright, I zoned out. I zoned out. Where are we going? Who are we and what are we doing? Oh, hey, look at that. Easy. Oh, that fucking sucks. This button. Holy shit and fuck! Flying guys. Oh my god, I was not parsing visually correctly what was going on at all. I am about to die, man. Jesus. Suit integrity. Oh my god. Ugh. Oh my god, I feel a death coming on. I'm like very dialed in for a moment. Well, that's relatively pathetic. Where's my health? Alright, so... Alright. So I think I'm gonna go to this room in blue. I don't want to die. But I think I'm gonna die. Alright. A xenotech device for accurate reconstruction of complex entities per environment. Oh, come on. Oh, I need another ether. So he says, I can't help but notice Dan has been suspiciously silent on the pizza discussion. You know? Could very well be that I'm about to die in this game, or it could be that secretly I know that all my answers about pizza will ruin my reputation in your eyes. I've always been one to cower away from putting my face and myself out there. And when it comes to pizza discussions, I think it's time for me to finally break the habit. What do you want to know with regard to me about pizza? Alright, let me tell you all a new life hack with pizza, okay? Here's a new life hack, okay? I have been ordering pizza, okay? I'm not finished. I've been ordering pizza as it has the marinara sauce, okay? However, I have been getting it with ricotta cheese instead of mozzarella. And then in addition to the ricotta cheese, I put on prosciutto. And it's really good. I mean, yeah, I replaced the mozzarella with ricotta. It could be that it's mozzarella and ricotta, but what I do is I just mark ricotta. And then I have it. Shit, I am close, huh? But I'm also about to die. It's incredible. Logging here, insert key. It's good. Golden coil grants 5 weapon for every 200 all bloods carried. I think I'll be holding on to this one. love ricotta. Okay, so it should bump me up here, and there should be monsters. Oh shit, what the fuck? So we are super duper looking for some ether now. A ricotta or bechamel sauce for lasagna? Ah, great question, Mattias Fatty. Lasagna sucks. Lasagna is just like someone that did not know how to make a proper pasta. And what they chose to do is they just like fucking slapped on some dough and slapped on some sauce and the cheese. I don't know, fuck, I'll bake it. Doesn't make any sense in the slightest. Now, it is true that what I just described is exactly how you make pizza. However, pizza rules, right? I don't believe this fucking guy. I don't know why I'm saying that shit, man. I fucking love lasagna. I love lasagna. I think it's so good, man.
That can't be here. I think I am reliving my memories in that house, but not fully. They're corroded. Some parts are missing, others seem manufactured. But I can remember the torment, feeling like I was losing my mind. There's no comfort here, no safe space. And the astronaut keeps following me.
Oh my god, look, that power-up is just a parasite hanging out on me. House. Ruby says, are you saying lasagna is a liquid? Lasagna is a person, place, or thing. I'm not in the mood. I don't really want to go in there. Snarly barley, and I'm like, I'm gonna walk my dog in a sec anyways. Alright. Does it regain health while this is shut? I don't give a shit. Oh shit, all that money. Looks like I hear some flapping flyers coming this way. Bravery is the privilege of the dead. Yeah, truth. That's just a good quote. Damn, damn. Earth Malkian with the quotes. All all upcoming weapons improved. My health is too low. I don't care. I'm gonna take my sweet ass time. By the way, when I die or we get to a good stopping place, I'm gonna go walk my dog and I'll be gone for like 20 minutes. Ora TV gifting us 5 subs. Missouri says that is the weirdest German accent I've ever heard. I don't even know if it was an accent. I just like speaking in a weird way sometimes. I just think the way words sound is a lot of fun. Scanning object. Oops. Zara says, would you say that some words are incredible? Oh my god, I think words are incredible. I think speaking in a funny way is fun. Oh! Never, never, never forgetting about this ether. Alright, watch this. Watch this. I need to get back to my house. Ow. Translocator. There was like this chamber of self-improvement or some shit. Ah, there it is. Oh my god, that was awesome! Whoa! Ugh. Oops, it's over here.
Discovered a device with a sentient-shaped imprint.
This is my hole. This hole was made for me.
It scanned me.
I think I'm a leg. Is this an extra life node? Did I just get an extra life node, maybe? Gold is a great reconstructor. Who's ready to become Gak? Alright, I'm gonna try to just pick up some milk on the way home. Anyways, am I allowed to give a small hint on how to get high places, more loot? Not for now, because I'm just feeling good and enjoying myself. I appreciate greatly you asking. I'm pretty close. Alright. I keep fucking this up. Oh, Jesus H. Christ! Holy fuck! Oh my god! Ah! Ah! Fucking run, you fucking asshole! Holy shit! I'm gonna make a noise complaint. I don't even give a shit, man. Oh my god. Ah! Ah! Oh, I'll never get the active reload right. I may have gotten him, but God, he is just so scary, man. Oh. Come here, Gak boy. Oh, stop. It's worth getting evicted. Alright, so let's... Alright, everything's fine, everything's fine. Bonus damage, overheat limit, projectile speed, great. That guy came out of nowhere. He was so big. Oh, I get some of the large solarium. So I feel like blue doors are like quest rooms or item rooms. A damaged fabricator. What a waste. Did that scare anyone else? Because that just frightened me. Tsumui says, what's your opinion on teleportation? Does one die every time their atoms are dis and reassembled? Well, here's the thing, Tsumui. I wouldn't be scared if I did die every time, because I die every time my alarm goes off in the morning. What, I'm gonna be scared of a little bit of deatomization? Please. Usazi says, do you have a strong opinion on cheese soups? If they're done well, I'm a fan of them, but some of the issue I have with cheese soups is that they can often end up as a melted block of cheese. And I actually prefer when soups are somewhat light. Or if they're kind of like a chili. I don't know if that counts as soup. House key.
My house key. How could this be here?
Oh my God. Myriad eyes beholding and longing. Emergency conditions? Rains like pitch. We must leave the wastes where our visions have promised. Refrain of wonder? Ah, yes, the cheeky ciphers have been collected. Doshlas's thoughts on cereal being a soup. Cereal is not a soup, but a hot dog is a type of sandwich, and a cereal is a type of hot dog. I'm very deft at navigating these definitional inquiries related to food, because most of what I do is quibble about words and eat food, so... I was like, wait, what the fuck? That's right, you tuned into me. I'm not part of that decision at all. Hot dog is certainly a sandwich. I'm sure some of you have heard the hot dog is a sandwich thing ever, and you're hearing it for the first time, you're like, huh, it's not a sandwich, it's its own thing. It's its own classification. I'm from America, and the hot dog is something that's really important to, like, me and my culture. It's like the bald eagle of food. I don't know. No, it's just, dude, it's a fucking... Hot dogs are sandwiches. That's all there is to it. Is a Pop-Tart a ravioli? Absolutely it is. Dan904, I'm glad someone else is paying attention here.
Appears to be another teleportation device, but more complex in construction.
Hot dogs are American tacos, says Litter Dog. Well, that's the interesting thing, is that a taco also is a type of sandwich. It's just if sandwiches had one piece of bread folded over. Uh-oh. Cutscene core.
Discovered a broken automaton. Clutching... potential tool?
And it opens it up, and look, you're in there! And she's like, tool located, and I was like, ah! Oh. Ah.
Xenotype blade weapon.
Oh, shit. Oh, I'm still getting introduced to stuff?
Adding to equipment for immediate use.
Like a Sasquatch says, wouldn't that make calzones sandwich? Calzones are not a sandwich. Calzone is just a type of ravioli. It's just like a Pop-Tart. Follow the door. Can you break the big things yellow? That's a good question. Oh, give me that money. Oh, cut this money up. Give me that money, honey. Is a crepe a burrito? No, crepe is a type of sandwich. Crepe, a burrito is a type of ravioli. There's some fundamental... There's, like, the building blocks of foods are sandwiches, raviolis, and I guess breads, you know. No, probably not bread. Bread, I guess, is like something even more fundamental than a sandwich. Like a corn dog is a type of ravioli, but a hot dog is a type of sandwich. I hope you're all tracking this. It's a lot of information for people that haven't really thought deep about it. Oh, Sean just wants to go home. Psychic says, what is sushi then? Ravioli? Well, sushi is, you'll recall, it's open, but it is wrapped in stuff, so that would make sushi a type of sandwich. Now, I enter house.